Welcome back to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into what is honestly one of the most high-tech, globe-trotting, and straight-up lucrative branches of engineering out there, a B.Tech in Petroleum Engineering. If you've ever found yourself wondering exactly who is tackling the modern energy crisis and, building an absolute powerhouse of a career while doing it, well, you're in the right place. Let's break this whole thing down.
Let me just hit you with a number right out of the gate. $150,000. Yep, you heard that right. That is what top-tier starting salaries can reach for overseas placements. It's wild. And even if we look domestically at markets like India, we're seeing top packages hitting up to 33 lakhs per year, right out of college.
So, the obvious question here is, do you want that to be your starting package? Because to get there, we kind of need to toss out our old school ideas about this job. Petroleum engineers aren't just out there turning wrenches. They're high-tech leaders. They're using cutting-edge AI, intense data analytics, and advanced geology to literally drive the global energy transition. It's a total game changer.
Here is our agenda for this explainer. We'll hit salaries and global placements, top roles and sectors, comparing engineering branches, scope and future demand, the academic journey, and finally, internships and student advice. Let's get right into it.
Section 1, Salaries and Placements. Now, what's incredibly encouraging about this path is the rapid upward mobility. Seriously, the growth is like a rocket ship. In the Indian market, freshers usually start around 4 to 12 lakhs a year. But here's the kicker. Within just 3 to 7 years, as your technical skills really lock in, you can easily jump into the 10 to 20 lakh range. And senior professionals, they routinely cross 50 lakhs per annum. Your hands-on field experience pays off incredibly fast. And hey, if you're dreaming of a globally mobile career, this is absolutely the degree for it. When we look at the international compensation framework, professionals in the US and Norway are comfortably making well over 100 grand. Meanwhile, assignments in places like the UAE offer these massive, entirely tax-free pay structures. As for your office, it might be a sleek, multi-screen corporate modeling hub in a major city, or a high-tech offshore rig where you're pulling in extra hazard pay. It's quite literally a passport to the world. Section 2, Top Roles and Sectors. So who's actually signing these massive paychecks? The diversity of employers is honestly staggering. You've got massive public sector undertakings like ONG, elite international service firms like Halliburton and Schlumberger, massive global operators like Shell, and huge domestic players like Reliance. It's no wonder top academic institutes frequently report 100% placement records across these exact sectors. Let's break down the actual day-to-day roles, starting with the reservoir engineer. Think of them as the masterminds of the underground. It's a highly analytical role. They use insanely sophisticated computer models, software like Petrel, to figure out exactly how much energy is trapped miles beneath the surface. They rely heavily on fluid mechanics and thermodynamics to predict how a reservoir will behave over, say, the next 30 years. Next up, the drilling engineer. These are the folks who actually design the well. It's kind of like performing high-stakes surgery on the Earth. They work hand-in-hand with geoscientists to execute these incredibly complex drilling trajectories deep underground. Their main gig? Making sure the whole process is highly efficient, stays under those multi-million-dollar budgets, and, crucially, maintains absolute environmental safety. And then we have the production engineer. Once that well is drilled, these specialists swoop in to design the extraction systems. They have to figure out the absolute best way to bring those resources up to the surface without damaging the formation. It's a dynamic job. Production engineers are constantly splitting their time between fast-paced field sites and corporate offices to maximize daily output. Best of both worlds, really. Section 3, Comparing Engineering Branches. Okay, you might be wondering, how does this compare to, say, chemical or mechanical engineering? The magic word here is specialization. Broad disciplines are great, but petroleum engineers master highly specialized tools, like advanced geosteering software. Because you have this rare toolkit and honestly the willingness to work in unique offshore locations, petroleum engineering consistently commands significantly higher starting packages than the broader fields. Section 4, Scope and Future Demand. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. Is this a dying field? Absolutely not. It is fascinating to watch the strategic pivot happening right now in the industry. Sure, traditional extraction is still vital, But today's petroleum engineers are seamlessly taking all that knowledge of fluid flow and rock mechanics and repurposing it to lead the green energy transition. They're designing massive carbon capture systems, building out deep geothermal energy grids, and using AI to optimize everything. It's a classic discipline evolving to build a completely decarbonized future.
Section 5. The Academic Journey. So, what does studying this actually look like? Over your 4 years, the progression gets incredibly hands-on. After you knock out the basic sciences, your second year dives into things like sedimentary geology and thermodynamics. By year 3, you're hitting technical mastery with drilling technology and well logging. Finally, in your 4th year, you tackle advanced systems, running those complex reservoir simulations we talked about. It's a brilliant progression from basic physics to real-world high-stakes application.
Section 6. Internships and Student Advice.
All right, let's get into some actionable insider advice to maximize your hiring potential. Step 1. Get those early summer field internships. Major operators love to hire full-time engineers straight from their intern pools, so that practical exposure is a must. Step 2. Learn Python and Excel. I cannot stress this enough. The industry is rapidly digitalizing. Walking into an interview with data analytics skills, huge advantage. And step 3, join the Society of Petroleum Engineers, or SPE. It is hands down the best way to network directly with industry managers and unlock those hidden, unadvertised jobs.
And I really want to share this fantastic, reassuring tip from an industry veteran. Look, top exploration firms usually demand super high GPAs, but if yours is, a little lower, do not panic. You can target the elite service companies instead, places like Halliburton or Baker Hughes, to get some incredible boots-on-the-ground field experience. That practical, real-world grit is wildly valuable and acts as a fantastic backdoor entry point. You can easily leverage that to transition into a major operator role later on. Which brings us to the end of our blueprints. With premium starting salaries, the chance to travel the globe, and the very real opportunity to literally engineer the future of the world's energy, are you ready to take on the challenge? Thank you so much for joining us for this explainer, and we really hope this has inspired you to take a serious look at this dynamic, high-impact career path.